Have you ever seen a luxurious German car, a symbol of peak engineering and sophistication, and wondered, can this perfection last? The answer might shock you. These machines, crafted to impress, can become a financial disaster the moment you drive them off the showroom floor. Today, we're going to uncover the horrifying truth about the 10 fastest depreciating German luxury cars. One of them lost over $200,000 in just 5 years. Another, carrying the heart of a supercar, is now abandoned due to a deadly technical flaw. And yet another, an engineering masterpiece, was forgotten by the world simply because of the wrong logo. This isn't just a story about cars. It's a tale of broken dreams, fatal miscalculations, and rare opportunities. Let's begin, but be careful. What you're about to see might change how you look at luxury cars forever. Kicking off our list is the car that once saved Porsche from the brink of bankruptcy and reshaped the automotive world, the Porsche Cayenne. When it first launched, it faced fierce opposition from loyal fans. An SUV from Porsche? Unthinkable. They believed Porsche was desecrating its core values. But the Cayenne proved them wrong. It wasn't just an SUV, it was a genuine high-performance monster, especially the Turbo S version. With a 4.5L twin-turbo V8 engine, it produced a colossal 520 horsepower, making it the fastest SUV in the world at the time. Do you know its price back then? A staggering $112,415. For that kind of money, you could buy a small house in many places. But the very complexity that made it great also caused its depreciation. The advanced air suspension system, the thirsty twin-turbo V8, and the intricate electronics became a nightmare for second-hand buyers. The fear of astronomically high maintenance costs sent its value into a nosedive. Today, an early model Cayenne Turbo S, once the pinnacle of engineering, is now worth only about $7,000 to $8,000. That's right, a $112,000 Porsche, which you can now buy for the price of a new moped. That's a depreciation of over 90%, a real shock. Next is a design masterpiece of the decade, the Audi A7. It was more than just a car, it was a style statement. With its unmistakable sportback roofline, it was a breathtakingly beautiful sedan. Its interior was a perfect blend of luxury and technology, with every detail meticulously crafted. The 2014 A7, with its 3.0L supercharged V6 producing 310 horsepower, had a starting price of over $64,000. It was a symbol of modern luxury that turned heads everywhere. But in the world of fashion, beauty can fade, and with the A7, so did its value. The combination of a high initial cost, a cabin stuffed with complex electronics that quickly become dated, and fierce competition in the luxury sedan segment caused its value to plummet. In its first 5 years, it could lose up to 60% of its value, a number that breaks the hearts of original owners. Today, those 2014 A7s, once the pride of the elite, can be found for as little as $10,000. This beauty, it turns out, now comes at an incredibly reasonable price, almost a bargain. If you want an example of a car that didn't know what it was, this is it. The Mercedes-Benz R-Class. When it launched, it caused a great deal of confusion. What was it? A luxury minivan? An SUV? Or a stretched wagon? Even Mercedes itself wasn't sure. This identity crisis led to a catastrophic sales failure. Despite being designed to offer the comfort and interior space of an S-Class, its awkward styling and high running costs caused its value to depreciate horribly. The original price of $42,100 quickly became a meaningless number. It was a luxurious car that simply couldn't find its place in the market. Because of this failure, its value has collapsed. Today, you can buy a 2008 R-Class for just $1,400 to $5,000. A luxurious Mercedes for the price of a used motorcycle. This is the undeniable truth, a prime example of a car rejected by the market. This is a true legend, a car that shook the world, the BMW M5 E60. It wasn't just a sedan, it was a supercar wearing a refined suit. Its heart was a Formula One-inspired 5.0 V10 engine, roaring at high RPMs and producing an astonishing 500 horsepower. When new, it was the symbol of power and practicality, a car that could take the kids to school and then hit the racetrack like a beast. Its starting price? Over $81,000. But this legend had a dark secret. That V10 engine was notorious for a horrifying technical flaw: rod bearings. An issue that could lead to catastrophic engine failure, with repair costs potentially reaching $20,000 or more. This fear sank its resale value. A car that was six figures new can now be found for under $20,000. This is a gamble for the brave, an opportunity to own one of the best-sounding engines ever produced. And finally, for the first part, we have a tragic story of hubris. This is the tale of a masterpiece ruined by a logo. The Volkswagen Phaeton. It was created by Ferdinand Piëch, VW's powerful chairman, with the ambition to build the most luxurious sedan on the planet. It was handcrafted in a special glass factory, shared its platform with the Bentley Continental GT, and was equipped with a 6.0L W12 engine. Its price was close to $100,000. But there was a fatal mistake. Luxury car buyers spending six figures didn't want a Volkswagen. The Phaeton was a sales disaster in the US. This brand confusion created a legendary depreciation curve. Today, you can buy a car with Bentley engineering for the price of a used Volkswagen Passat, from just $7,000 to $15,000. An insane bargain. But do you have the courage to own a car that was once the pinnacle of engineering but failed for such a simple reason? And now, we enter the top 5, where things become even more opulent and tragic. This is the pinnacle of luxury, a symbol of arrogance. The car we're talking about is the Maybach 57. It wasn't a Mercedes-Benz, it was a standalone brand, resurrected with a singular purpose: to compete squarely with Rolls-Royce. Imagine, this was a true chariot for the ultra-rich, with a whisper-smooth twin-turbo V12 engine, meticulously handcrafted down to the last millimeter. The Maybach 57 wasn't just a mode of transport, it was a mobile palace, where every amenity was personalized to the highest degree. Its starting price? A jaw-dropping $338,250, more than the average house in the US at the time. But creating a new ultra-luxury brand from scratch is an impossible task. To many wealthy people, the Maybach was just a more expensive S-Class. It lacked the centuries of history and prestige that Rolls-Royce had. The disastrous sales created one of the biggest depreciation cliffs in automotive history. Today, a car that cost over $300,000 new can now be bought for just $27,000 to $45,000. A depreciation of nearly 90% in just a decade. It's truly unbelievable. The ultra-luxury dream of Maybach was shattered, leaving behind a tragic story of failure. Now we enter a segment known only to the most discerning enthusiasts. This is not just a BMW. It's an independent manufacturer named Alpina. They use BMW bodies as a foundation, then meticulously upgrade and handcraft them to create a unique work of art. The Alpina B7 is their distinctive version of the 7 Series. It was painstakingly handcrafted, with a specially tuned 4.4L twin-turbo V8 engine producing a formidable 540 horsepower. It was a luxurious, powerful, and extremely exclusive car. Its price? A starting point of $128,300. But this extreme exclusivity was a double-edged sword. It combined the already steep depreciation of a flagship 7 Series sedan with an extremely small niche market. Most people don't know about Alpina, and therefore, there is no demand for these used cars. The Alpina B7 could lose up to 2/3 of its value in just a few short years. Today, a 2014 Alpina B7, a rare gem, can be found for between $21,000 and $40,000. This is a golden opportunity for true enthusiasts who know the hidden value within a forgotten car. This is a story about a rolling sculpture, a piece of mobile art from a small manufacturer that has now become a legend. The Wiesmann Roadster MF5. With its classic-inspired retro styling and powered by the very same 500 horsepower V10 engine from the BMW M5 E60. Each Wiesmann car was meticulously handcrafted, and this MF5 was limited to just 55 units worldwide. It was a unique and passionate German exotic car. Its price? Nearly €230,000. But being a small, handcrafted niche manufacturer is a formula for catastrophic depreciation. Combined with the brand's own financial troubles and the V10 engine's terrifying reputation for expensive repairs, its value plummeted severely. An original owner had to face a huge loss, creating a rare opportunity for a collector to own a handcrafted German exotic for a fraction of its original price. This is another ambitious boutique German sports car that promised so much. The Artega GT, designed by an automotive design legend and powered by a famously reliable 3.6L Volkswagen VR6 engine. With a carbon fiber body and an advanced aluminum space frame, it was a serious machine, priced at around €75,000, competing directly with the Porsche 911. But the Artega GT suffered from the curse of small-volume manufacturers, crippling obscurity. The brand's troubled history and financial instability scared off potential buyers. The combination of a high initial price and extremely low brand recognition caused its value to fall off a cliff. Today, these rare sports cars can be found for $45,000 to $60,000. A massive drop for a car that had all the ingredients for success but failed due to a lack of confidence. And here it is, the king of losing money. The car that combines all the worst depreciation factors into a single package. The number one spot goes to the Bitter Vero 2008. That's right, a brand you've probably never heard of. A handcrafted luxury sedan unveiled by designer Eric Bitter, with a jaw-dropping price of over €120,000. But here's the deadly secret. Underneath the handcrafted German bodywork were the complete mechanicals of an Australian Holden statesman. Buyers were asked to pay a massive six-figure premium for a car that was, at its core, a mass-market sedan from another continent. It was a combination of every negative factor. A sky-high initial cost, extreme obscurity, with only about 10 ever made, and the cardinal sin of being based on a much more common car. The result is one of the steepest, most vertical depreciation curves in modern automotive history. This is a tragic story of deception, arrogance, and the downfall of a brand. The Bitter Vero truly deserves to be the king of losing money. So there you have it, the 10 fastest depreciating German luxury cars. Each car is a unique story, a lesson in the market, ambition, and the brutal truth. But for the second-hand buyer, these cars represent a golden opportunity. A chance to own a piece of automotive history, an engineering masterpiece, for a fraction of its original price. Do you have the courage to take the risk and seize these bargains? If you found this video helpful and interesting, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next captivating videos. We'll continue to bring you dramatic stories from the world of cars. What topic would you like us to explore next? Leave a comment below.